Hey guys, how you doing? Alright, here we go again. Today is the March 31, Saturday. Last day in March 2018. Some people are gearing up for tomorrow, Easter, you know. But I've recently come to realize that Easter can be traced back to Babylon, and it's got to do with a bunch of falseness, really. I mean, I scan a lot of stuff. If anybody might have noticed that about me, I can't like bust out exact Bible quotes and whatnot. I'm not Jack Vanapee. Got the whole Bible memorized, you know. I scan. And I do know this though. You know, lots of these holidays that we have, Christmas, you know, I mean, how is it not obvious Christmas has got nothing to do with the birth of Jesus when basically, you know, if you showed 100 videos on YouTube with kids opening Christmas presents and the theme was the parents were pranking the kid and putting like socks or something the kid obviously doesn't want, you know, not coal because that's obvious, but like the kid really gets tricked or burn, you know, they really get tricked. And you know, if you did 100 of them, at least more than half of them, the kids would either start crying or throw a tantrum even, you know, some of them, little spoiled kids. Just goes to show you it's got nothing to do with worshiping Jesus' birth. It's a consumerism excuse, that's it. And then you got your Halloween, you know, that's obvious, has to do with satanic witchery and, you know, it's a lot of people have said that on Halloween, Satanists, in fact, will sacrifice babies or children and drink their blood. In fact, it was that guy, the lizard guy with the messed up hands, David Icke. Looks like some NEPHILIM came and stepped on his hands. He's all like, you know, David Icke, what, it was 40 years ago, he comes on a talk show and tells the world that he's Jesus, you know, and here he is, I don't know when he started with all this lizardry and bases on the moon. How does that work exactly? If the moon is not solid, if the moon, you can literally see through the moon to things behind it, how exactly can you have a base on it where the super lizards have like some base and we're in this whatever, you know, artificial reality? I just don't get that. I mean, maybe, yeah, if the moon really was solid, then I could say, oh, well, maybe. But see, this is one of them things where it's like, definitely not, David Icke, with your messed up hands. It looks like a Nephilim came and stepped on him. Man, you're all like, yeah, I'm making fun of a dude with messed up hands. Because he's a false prophet, man. He's a false teacher. Anyway, and I'll even prove it to you right now. He's the one that was saying that, you see, he lives on the Island of Man, or Isle of Man. One of them islands around Great Britain. And it's, according to him and others, I guess, it's like a base of ops for witches and he witches and those new agey types. And he says there's like this little park, and it's got like these big stones in the middle, and he says that the Satanists on Halloween use that as altars to make their sacrifices. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe, right? I don't know. So I emailed the guy, and I was like, you know what, dude? You're a pretty wealthy character, you know? I mean, like, I think he sold like tens of millions of books. And he actually made a YouTube video about how he's not wealthy. And in the video, he shows how he lives in a studio apartment, you know? And he drives this little piece of junk car. Which I'm like, seriously, dude? I mean, I had $4,000 to my name 2 years ago. That's it, all I had, $4,000. It took me forever to save it. And I had just established the Heaven on Earth project. And as some who've been following know, I hunt pedophiles and I rescue the kids. And I thought, it would be a nice treat if when I got the kid and took him to the next place, whether it be to the parents or a rescue center or rehab, that they could ride in a limousine. So I started looking on eBay, you know, for limousines. And I noticed that funeral homes have lots of limousines that they take extraordinary care of, you know? And not only that, but they barely use them. So like this one place specialized in ex-funeral home limousines. I think it was called Funeral Limo Sales or something. Anyway, it had a 1999 white Cadillac 3-row. So it's like a big station wagon where 3 rows facing forward, not the ones that face each other. And it was perfect condition. It only had 55,000 miles. Like I said, it was 1999. But they only use them like once in a while. Go to a funeral, come back, sit for a month. You know what I'm saying? Plus, always taking good care. So it was immaculate. And the dude was asking $3,500. And it was a hard decision. I only had $4,000. I was like, and I had to get to Oklahoma. That was $200 on the bus. I had to work it all out. And I decided to do it. Anyway, I got there. He let me have it for $3,000. And by then I had like $500 to my name on the way home. Anyway, I won't go into all that. Except to tell you, to show you how much of a genius I am. It was about a 20-hour drive from Oklahoma back to, I was in Iowa to North Carolina, and I didn't put oil in it. I made it home fine. And then I parked it, and the next day when I tried to drive it, overheated immediately and busted a hole in the engine. And the AAA was like, oh, it's going to be $8,000 to fix. And I was like, uh-huh. So I donated it to Make-A-Wish, you know. Well, I signed it to my mom because I don't even pay taxes, you know. So I wouldn't have gotten a tax deduction. You know, been a waste. So I signed it to my mom. She donated it, and now she'll get a tax deduction. I thought it would be nice for the kids to drive in a limo and stuff. So the point back to David Icke with the hands that the Nephilim stepped on is here he is in the video with this shit car. Here I am with this beautiful, almost brand new limousine. I mean, I'm telling you, it was immaculate. So, and not just that. Like 2004, I had like maybe 7 grand to my name. I was a student at UNC Asheville, and I was able to finagle an Infinity J30 that had been in like won a lot of prizes for like having extras on it. You know, it had like PlayStation in it, and consoles with to watch the movies. It was. I bought it for 5 grand. So who does he think he's lying to? I mean, like, you can't just rent a piece of junk for $50 and rent a piece of crap studio and be like, film me, and pretend like you live there and drive it. Tell the world you're poor, and yet you sold 40 million books in 1 year and got like millions of people coming to your. Man, come on, man. He's like the biggest liar I've ever seen, this guy. First he tells us he's Jesus in the early 90s. I mean, doesn't just tell a couple people. He goes on a UK British talk show, tells the world, I'm Jesus. Hello, I'm Jesus. Now he decides, no, I'm not. But I'm gonna lie to you in a different way. There's lizards. You know, and, knowing how things were at one point in our history with the Nephilims and the fish people and snake people and all kinds of beast people. The idea that there could be lizard people, yeah, sure. But a base on the moon and we're not living on a real thing, it's just like glitches in the mandala or something. Mandela effects, man, come on, man. This is not. You don't watch the Matrix too many times. Serious. There's no damn artificial intelligence that we're in a. Whoa, what was that? What was. Oh my god. I'm being deleted. Oh my god. You guys getting this? Maybe because. Oh my god. Stupid. It's so stupid. Of course, Matrix was like one of my favorite movies. All of them were, and I still do love them movies. But please, man, it's complete fantasy. God, can't you discern? And what this guy David Icke, his Nephilim, his hands got stepped on by 2-mile-high giants, not like a 15-foot giant that the special forces had to fight. I'm talking like a mile-high giant stepped on these hands. I mean, they're like all like bigger than his head and all wrangled. So what I'm saying is basically, I mean, if you get hands that are all messed up and you're all, then you get your comeuppance. Yeah, you ever hear that before? Maybe you did, or maybe this is the first time you guys ever heard this. I could be teaching you something new. You reap what you sow. Have you heard that before? Oh my god, I just taught you guys this amazing secret. In fact, I'm gonna write a book called The Secret.
It's 2 o'clock.
You reap what you sow. Holy cow. And his hands got stepped on by Nephilims. Or, he told the world he was Jesus, and God was like, no, you're not. And God stepped on his hands. Stupid. Anyway, what was it? Yeah, I didn't even get to my main point. Back to this idea that the Satanists on the Isle of Man are doing Halloween baby sacrificing. I told them, I was like, you can afford to buy like the most amazing set of Wi-Fi cameras and record this supposed baby sacrificing and blood drinking. Like, it was right after that movie The Circle came out. Remember how they had those tiny cameras everywhere? Remember that? I was like inspired. I mean, from that, I guess I had just seen it. I was like, dude, you could put cameras in the trees. I mean, you can afford. I don't have any money hardly, and I can afford a bunch of good 4K quality cameras that have Wi-Fi. You, my God, money bags over here. So, did he do it? No. Did he write back? No. And you know, did any of his followers respond to that? No. So, they're just all stupid. They're like, they know it's crap, but they just like enjoy going and watching the dude with the hands that the NEPHILIM stepped on. Anyway, you guys may have noticed, I got promoted today to a new rank. You can see I got my new patches up here on my upper arm. Yeah, I got promoted. I got my new stripes. You can see right there. Yeah, I got my lapel pin right there. See it there? Got my lapel pin. And see that right there? Yeah, I wanted to say something about that. A lot of people talk about the mark of the beast. I have gone into depth. I mean, I'll repeat it one more time without spending a lot of time on it. The mark of the beast can be seen in Acts 7:43. It's the Star of Remphan, which is the same as the fake Jews, the synagogue of Satan, called the Star of David, which is a hexagonic star, which has 6 points, which has an inner hexagon, 6 sides, and 2 triangles have 6 sides total, which gives you the number of the beast, 666. Because Revelation doesn't specifically point out the mark of the beast, but it points out the number of the beast. So common sense tells you the mark's gonna have some associated with a 666. So you gotta put it all together, you guys. Like I said, I wasn't gonna go into it like I normally do. So, but what I'm saying is, it says the mark of the beast will be on the right hand, and that's why the mark of the hexagonic star of Remphan will come with an RFID chip, because it says you won't be able to buy nor sell with that. So they're going to need a pragmatic way to make sure you can't buy or sell and keep track of us. So yeah, it's going to be either a electric tattoo, an RFID chip, something to keep track of it all with the Beast System AI system. But it will be with the mark of the beast. But I just mentioned, it'll be on the right hand or the forehead. And, you know, a lot of these new ages are all about the third eye. Open the third eye. You know, because, and they talk about the pineal gland and taking that hallucinogenic drug to open yourself to what? A bunch of demons and fallen angels. So what I'm doing is I'm rebelling against that new age open the third eye. I'm closing it. And I'm putting the guardian at the gates of my third eye. See it there? That, my friends, is a catamount. That is what a catamount is. It's a mountain lion. It's a cougar. That's a cat. And he is guarding the gates to my third eye. So any fallen angels, demons, I mean, I'm already protected by the blood of God. But, you know what? Try to get past him. I don't think so. And, like I said, I got my new, you know. And another thing is, I'm getting sick of typing. Like on YouTube, you gotta write a title, that's fine. But then, you know, the description telling you what I did so people can, like, decide if they want to watch it. From now on, I'm not even gonna do it. I might write, like, just something puzzling. You know what I'm saying? Like, a picture's worth 1,000 words. A movie's worth 10 million words. And then, because you know why? These Luciferians, whether it be Masons or whatever, they love their symbols. They love trying to confuse us with puzzles and figure it out, you stupid 99.9%ers, right? Yeah, they love doing that. Well, here's right back at you. Right? Figure all this out. Take a step. You see that there behind me? Figure it all out. That right there, you see that? Figure it out. All of it. Have at it. It's one big puzzle and it all has meaning. All of it. Because it got put together one step at a time, and so ja say. And that's it. That's it. And it's not just for them too. It's for you guys. It's for the soldiers. It's for the Delphi disciple soldiers. What do you think all this means, you guys? Take a stab at it. You know? Because it all has meaning. Great meanings. And, yeah, that's my main message. Now I'm gonna kick back, you know? Listen to this. This is soulcureradio.com. I'm not sure which DJ's on right now, but got my message for the day. How much time did I spend doing that?